Let's react to this video real quick, man. No intro needed. Better straight to this thing. We got JxmyHighroller. I was wrong again. Jimmy, I was wrong too, bro. My Celtics can never get the job done, and I'm just trying to figure out why and how. Like, why do we always come short? What are we missing? What are we missing, bro? That's why I want to know, man. Can you give me some knowledge? Can you give me some dialysis? Some analytics? Can you explain to me why my Celtics continue to fall short even though our team is stacked immensely? Cause I don't understand, bro. I don't get it, bro. We should have been in the finals right here today. We should have made history. But hey, bro, no one could have picked the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat in the finals, bro. No one could have picked that. That's insane. Anyways, bro, let's see what JxmyHighroller got to say, and yeah.
In the world of sports, anything can happen. I remember when this shot went in and thinking in that moment I just witnessed history. Or when this shot had the entire basketball world standing still for what felt like an eternity, before falling in and causing a chain reaction of events that would change the course of the NBA. Or the exact moment we all knew a 3-1 comeback in the finals was brewing, when we knew something big was gonna happen and we would all be there to witness it. But despite all the seemingly impossible feats that we've seen take place, of all the improbable comebacks and unlikely stories, there is still one endeavor throughout NBA history that has yet to be accomplished. The 0-3 comeback, a deficit that 151 different teams have found themselves in, and none of them managed to pull off, including the team that I bet on.
The Heat are going to the NBA Finals.
I don't want to watch this right now, bro. I don't want to watch this right now, bro. I'm still in pain, bro. I'm still in pain. Gotta skip the ad, Jimmy. Gotta skip the ad, my boy.
Purchase when using promo code Jimmy. I've left a link to download the SeatGeek app in the description below. Just head over, use code Jimmy, and get $20 off your first purchase.
Will do, Jimmy. Will do. Get to the video.
After falling to 0-3 in the Eastern Conference Finals against Miami, the Boston Celtics were given a 12.5% chance of winning the series. Odds that seemed unrealistically high considering no team has ever pulled off the dreaded 0-3 comeback. But after rallying together and rattling off 3 of the most important wins of their season, the Celtics found themselves with an opportunity to make history. Coming off of one of the most improbable last second.
Oh my lord, that was insane.
They had all the momentum.
We had everything.
Deflated. Everything was in Boston's
favor. We had everything, and the worst thing possibly imaginable happened. The star of the team gets injured. Yo, nah, man. You can't tell me it was no voodoo stuff involved in that. You can't tell me, bro. You cannot tell me that. I'm still suspicious, man. I don't care, bro, cause that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing that could have happened, and it happened. I'm not buying it, bro. Yo, make Outhill 17K. Appreciate the follow, boy.
Hope was still alive, and so what did the Celtics do? They put together one of the most piss-poor Game 7 performances I've ever seen in my life. If you never hear me utter Jaylen Brown's name on this channel again, do not wonder why. Here's an idea. Learn how to dribble a basketball and stop shooting threes.
So is this narrative of Jaylen Brown being better than Tatum finished? Is it finally over? Because I was hearing that every year. I would hear Jaylen Brown is better than Tatum, and bro, I just mute the conversation because there's nothing to talk about, bro. There's nothing to talk about. What do you mean, Jaylen Brown? For all you guys that ever said Jaylen Brown was better than Tatum, bro, I need y'all right here front and center. Cause y'all don't know basketball, bro. Kyrie, I'm talking to you. Makes no damn sense, bro. Jaylen Brown, that's my guy, but he can't take it to he can't take it to that next level by himself. He can't win a game by himself. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, regular season, maybe a meaningless game, maybe. But I'm talking about one of those must-win games. Jaylen Brown can't do it by himself, bro. He need that boy Tatum on over the side of him, you know.
And I would give Jason Tatum a pass for his Game 7 performance since he was playing on a bum ankle. if he didn't shoot 2 for 18 from 3 in his last 3
who else going? Oh, okay, he's in the last 2 games, my bad.
games. 11% from 3 in consecutive playoff elimination games. Brother, hit a shot. And don't even get me started on Caleb first team All-NBA Martin. God forbid he just plays like a normal player against the team that I bet on. No, he has to morph into a human flamethrower for 7 games and rip the hearts out of whatever Boston fans are left after this monstrosity. Have y'all seen Caleb's splits from the Eastern Conference Finals? 19 points per game, 60% from the field, and 49% from 3. That's 74% true shooting percentage for the series. The man makes $6 million a year and outplayed Mr. $100 million contract second team All-NBA Jalen Dribble off my foot Brown. I am sick to my stomach, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. The Miami Heat are tough.
You went
They've
too
got
hard
a
on me,
great team
Jimmy.
with a
You went
bunch
too
of
hard on my
guys ready
Celtics
and
just
willing
now,
to do
but
whatever it
you ain't
takes to
lied.
win.
You did not
There's
lie.
no ego, there's no drama. It's just great basketball. A few weeks ago, I said that as sports fans, we love the underdog story, despite the fact that it very rarely happens. Well,
Are the Heat really underdogs though? Are the Heat really underdogs? I know they're AC, which means they're underdogs, but this Heat team, they've been sneaky. They've been sneaky, bro. I've been saying that the Heat was the sneaky Heat in the bubble year when they went to the finals. Now look at them again. They're the same team with the same core pieces. They're a sneaky team. They will always be the sneaky Heat, bro. No matter what seed they are, bro. Facts.
The Miami Heat are
Yo,
just
Star,
the
appreciate the freaking
second
sub, my boy.
seed in NBA history
Real one.
to make it to the NBA Finals. The last
Yo,
team
Star,
to
you
pull
the
this
realest,
off
bro.
were the
19
New York
months straight.
Knicks in the lockout season of
You the GOAT.
1999. But what the Heat have done this postseason has actually never been done before. Because the worst regular season
Yeah, if
team
they end
to
up winning
ever
the
make
finals, that'll be
in the
crazy.
modern NBA were the 1981 Houston Rockets, who somehow made the finals despite having a losing record in the regular season. But this year's Heat team is the first team since the 1959 Minneapolis Lakers to make the finals while carrying a negative point differential throughout the regular season, which means the Heat were essentially a below average team that somehow made it to the NBA
Sneaky
Finals.
Heat, man.
So how does a team with absolutely no business even leaving a mark on the postseason manage to make it to the final stage just 4 wins away from an NBA title? Well, I want to take a moment to touch on a subject that I don't think gets talked about enough: the alpha. You know how in modern NBA discourse, whenever anyone brings
The
up
alpha.
Mamba mentality, they're laughed at and dismissed like whatever they're referring to doesn't actually exist, or that it's even a misconception of some sort. To this day, especially older fans of the game will talk about how the greatest players of all time had the, don't make me say it, killer mentality. Over the years, this was a critical talking point among NBA fans on why some players found success in defining moments while others continued to fall short. This narrative in particular began to lose its credibility sometime over the last half-decade or so, as any player who didn't win a title was labeled as soft or lacking the killer mentality, despite there being about a million other factors that were failed to be considered. But we just saw firsthand what grit and determination and integrity and this elusive killer mentality that we've been dismissive of for years can do for a player and a team.
What? Okay, Jimmy, I understand that Heat, they're underdogs. The Heat is an AFC where really they're a playing team who made it to the postseason and it was able to get to the finals, man. But I don't see no killer instinct. I'm sorry, I just don't see it, bro. My Celtics was able to come back down 0-3. That doesn't give me killer instinct. That doesn't say Mamba mentality. It doesn't give that to me. I'm so sorry. It doesn't do it. Now, Jimmy Buckets, he can be that guy at times. He did it to my team in game 1 and game 2. He was that guy. But all those other games prior to that, I didn't see no killer instinct from nobody. If the Heat had killer instinct, it would have been the Heat in 4. They would have put the brooms on us. Or Heat in 5. Or Heat in 6. It was Heat in 7 after them leading 3-0. Nah, that's not no killer instinct. Not in my book. Hell nah, coach.
Is Jimmy Butler more talented than Jason Tatum? No.
Hell no.
And it's not particularly close. Is Caleb Martin nearly as talented as Jalen?
I don't know what the hell this man was doing out there. I don't know why. I don't know how he turned to Kobe. RP. I don't understand that. That would just fluke to me. I don't get it. Now I'm looking at him in the finals. He's back to normal. Why he? Who? Bro? What happened, bro? What happened? Can someone? I'm sorry, man. I'm still kind of mad. My bad.
Brown? Well, after this last
My
series,
bad.
I'd sure as hell say so. But really, no. Jalen
bad,
is
yeah.
the far more
I
talented
don't understand
player.
how Caleb
Should
Martin
Gabe
turned to
Vincent
Dwayne
and
Wade.
Max Strus be starting throughout an entire conference finals series?
Didn't make sense to
Well,
me.
if talent was the deciding factor, then no. But it's not. When you've got a leader who is willing to do whatever it takes to win and makes no excuses, rises to the occasion, and has the guts, no, the audacity to take on any challenge that stands in front of him, that mindset becomes contagious. Slowly, everyone on your team begins to believe, even if it's irrational, that they too are capable of anything. One of the reasons why I have Kobe Bryant ranked so high among my all-time greatest players, among other reasons, was his attitude towards the game. His fearless approach to whatever or whoever stood in his way was at times a fault, sure, but it was always daring and
That's what Caleb Martin turned into versus my Celtics. That's what Caleb Martin turned into. He turned to Kobe Bean Bryant. That's insane, isn't it? I can't believe that. I can't believe he was hitting those type of shots on my team.
unashamed.
I'm still
Kobe missed
astonished.
a lot of shots, but one thing he never did was be afraid to take them. Not even for a moment in his entire career did he ever doubt himself. Kobe, similar to Michael Jordan and what we're seeing in Jimmy Butler, was the alpha of all alphas. If they were on your team, winning was not guaranteed, but one thing that was certain was that if they're going down swinging. What I saw from the Celtics, and even on a larger scale throughout the league, is almost some sort of mass extinction of the killer mentality. We always talk about talent and potential and skill sets, who can get a bucket, but what about the guy who refuses to lose? How many of those guys exist in today's NBA? Sure, Jason Tatum is talented, but is he truly willing to go to hell and back to win?
I
The
think
idea
so.
Of a player who
I believe
possesses
so.
an unshakable will to win at all.
We just been unfortunate for the past 2 years. We've been very, very unfortunate. We was able to come back from down 0-3, and then Tatum gets injured. That's unfortunate. And then last year, when the Golden State Warriors won the championship, it's the Warriors. We was just unexperienced. Unfortunate. We was unexperienced to a very experienced team. Very unfortunate. And then this year, my boy Udoka, he you know what I'm saying? They slapped him across the face. You know, got him out of there. Unfortunate. I feel like these events are very unfortunate for my Celtics, man. You feel me? And Jimmy Buckets, although he's my guy, although he got a dog in him, killer instinct, mom mentality. You gotta use those words very, very carefully, very, very distinguishingly when you put those two words together, bro. You know, I don't think Jimmy Buckets has that mom mentality. You know, I think that's Tatum. Killer instinct, I'll give him that. But mom mentality, that's a whole different ball game. If you ask me, coach.
All costs. A killer mentality is not just some sort of myth built up on nostalgia or personal bias or narrative. It is a real, tangible thing. It's funny because Jimmy Butler isn't nearly the best
Nice.
player in the NBA,
That's tough.
and yet
I like
we
that.
can't help but to see shades of
I
Michael
like when
Jordan
MJ
in
say,
him when
see
he's
that.
on the court.
When
It's
MJ
not
does
because
that.
he's
I like
an
that.
era-defining talent. It's not because he can defy gravity or inspire an entire generation. It's because he's a winner, a leader, the bedrock of what every championship team needs. He backs up every word that comes out of his mouth. He doesn't make excuses. He leads by example, and he will do anything to win. And this isn't just some reactionary take on the outcome of these games. Even if the Celtics won this series against the Heat, I still think the vastly talented duo of Tatum and Brown, like many other players, would have accomplished it off of sheer talent and possibly execution. What happens when the shots stop falling? What happens when the defense figures you out and your bag isn't enough? What happens when it gets quiet and everyone's looking at you, waiting for an answer? Whenever a player or a team wins, the reaction is always the same. Excitement, joy, relief, but you might find out a lot more by paying attention to how a player reacts when they lose. You can't fake this. Are they genuinely upset? Are they hell-bent on getting better, being the best?
You can't tell me my Celtics was not hurt.
Single player who takes joy in losing, but what about the player who is tormented by loss? If a player lacks this quality, I'm not sure if talent will simply fill the gap. I don't know. There's just something about a player who cannot accept losing. You know it when you see it, and you sure as hell know it when you don't. Either that, or I'm just mad that the team that I bet on fell short of a championship for the second season in a row. I hate the Celtics.
Yeah, I don't know what Yo, Jimmy, I gotta keep it a buck with you, bro. You was spitting out bullshit. Okay. Great video, Jimmy. Well done as always, bro. You're just upset that my Celtics wasn't able to fulfill what you already kind of predicted. I understand it. You probably put a lot of money down and lost your bread. I get it, bro. But what you was saying was bullshit. I didn't understand what you was getting at. You're just mad, bro. And I'm mad too. I understand. We on the same type of level. All right. Anyways, man, great video, man. Hope y'all like Strategy Boy, man. We out here.